Hello teachers, Give Me 5, Book 1, Unit 1. This is now Lesson 2. And we're going to take a look at our focus for this particular lesson. As you can see, it's a story, okay? And there are a whole bunch of characters in this story and a whole lot of cool stuff happening. It's very, very exciting, okay? So this is what our students can expect during this particular lesson. Now, before we start, we always have our introduction. Students are coming into the classroom, they're settling down, etc. Maybe you might want to ask a few of them a couple of questions, just how are you doing? You know, how's the weather? Are you hot today? Blah, blah, blah. And then we're going to go straight into the vocabulary. Boom. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the flashcards up on the whiteboard, and I'm going to write the names underneath the flashcards, okay? And I'm going to encourage the students to spell along with me. So when I write down S-H-A-R-P-E-N-E-R with my hand, students are going to say S-H-A-R-P-E-N-E-R. As I've said before, at this particular level, we're helping our students to memorize stuff in class time. We're not expecting them to go home and to memorize a whole bunch of words. So we'll help them with the memorization, obviously the pronunciation as well. And we're starting to help them get to understand how to put the components of words together in order to make their own. Okay, now how are we going to do that? Well, what I'm doing is I'm also going to then break it down into syllables. So once we've got the word on the whiteboard, I'm going to say, all right, boys and girls, follow me. Say sharpener. And all the kids will say sharpener. Good job. Then we go to the next one. Boys and girls, can anybody tell me what this one is? Some kids might be able to guess the breaks or the syllables in the word. Some might not. Eraser. Good job, everybody. Eraser. And then you do the same with notebook and book bag, okay? So the idea, of course, is that as you're setting up the board, the kids are then helping you set up the board as well. Now, I might do an activity. I might have some kind of quick, fun little game. Kids stand up and sit down or whatever it might be with these 4 words. Maybe, maybe not. But I'm then going to move into the next 4 words. And that's what that is over there. And I'll do the syllables as well underneath those 4 words. Now, the reason why I broke it up into 4 and 4 instead of doing all 8 is because it's a bit boring to have all of those words thrown up on the board all in one go, as well as I want to make sure that I'm really maximizing the amount of attention that we have on specific content at any one given time. Okay, now that we've put the information on the board, I'm now going to ask students to come up to the board, and I will ask them to write down what they hear. So traditionally, obviously, you say banana, and the kids write down banana. You write down cat, and the kids write down cat. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the kids to write down a syllable. So I'm going to say, all right, boys and girls, all right, boys, in this particular case, write down pew. And the kids will then write down, they'll look for the PU sound, computer, the pew in computer, and then they write down pew. All right, very cool. Write down sill. And then they write down, they look for a pencil and they write down sill. All right, last one, write down sharp. And of course, they're looking for sharpener, of course. So they write down sharp from sharpener. Now, why I have included the dot there is because it's a syllabic kind of exercise. We're wanting the kids to understand the syllables in the word. We're not teaching them phonics. We're not teaching them spelling in this particular way. So this is why I have an exclamation point. This is a spelling activity, not a phonics activity, okay? If you don't know the difference between spelling and phonics and syllables, well then please just do a little bit of research. But yeah, it's a spelling activity, not a phonics activity. Okay, so that should take a fair amount of time with your kids, probably around 10 to 15 minutes all in all. So one has to be quite quick with that. And when I erase the board, I will then reinforce those things. I'll pick on 1 or 2 students that I know were a little bit weaker in that exercise. And I will then, as I erase, I will then say, Bob, what's this? Jennifer, what's that? Sally, what's this? And then they will say pencil, eraser, as I am erasing. Okay, just maximizing the amount of time on the board. All right, thank you very much, teachers, for watching this video. Please join me for part 2 in the next one. See you then. Bye-bye.